Hey, Trish, it's been a minute.
Girl, it has been a minute. Everybody, welcome back to What I Know So Far. If this is your first time here, we're so tickled to meet you. Hi. Uh,
Hi.
if it's not your first time here, I'm Trish Sir. Well, I
And I'm
just said it
Karen
backwards.
Mills.
Yeah, we're still us. Either way, we're still tickled you're here. Kay and I have had life going on, so we haven't been on. And I think is it been a month?
Close to it.
We hate that, y'all. We won't do that to you again. You're our friends, but a lot of life changes, a lot of things going on in the world with us, and yeah, so we're back. The band's back together.
The two piece band.
We're a two-piece band.
Yeah.
We're like Bob Dylan when he was playing the harmonica and the guitar and beating a drum. We do all of it.
Yeah, Brooks and Dunn. I mean,
Brooks and Dunn. There you go. We're Brooks and Dunn. We look just like them. I mean. Well, we're back, and Kay, she's been in the middle of it. You've been in the middle of moving.
I have.
Not an untimely move, like an unexpected. That's what I was looking for.
Unexpected. I thought because I'd been in my house for 18 years. We sold the house in 21 and thought we wanted some downtown living, got a condo down there. Did not love it the way we thought we would because, with dogs, you need a yard. It's just
It
when you
wasn't
always
really
have to
cool.
go out on a leash.
You do. And I'll tell you, your place was awesome downtown, like vibe-wise
Yeah.
and location. But you're right. Once you have dog babies, fur children require some type of yard, especially if they have already had the yard and then you take away the yard. They're like, nah.
And I walked them all the time, but that's harder on me to. I mean, it's good for me, and I still take them for walks, even though
Sure.
they have a yard.
Sure.
But I every time they need to go out, you got to wrangle up the leashes and then deal with the passing dogs and cussing all them and.
Oh, that's what I was about to say too. Your house, or your I shouldn't say older, the condo had these gorgeous, really modern windows. And so it was so beautiful, except for the fact that those dogs were like, it was a human dog aquarium for them. So anybody walking by, boy, they'd raise hell. And I could just see you be like, oh gosh, oh gosh. And it's a
No
lot.
peace to be had, yeah.
Yeah.
And so until we decided exactly what we wanted to do, because we really want to build, rented a house in a neighborhood that really loved and had a great yard, loved the house. And the guy I rented from thought he would be in Florida for at least 2 years, and he ended up losing his job and need to sell the house then. So it ended up only being 1 year, but that kind of happened in the last couple of months of the lease. I wasn't anticipating it, and they're great people that I rented from. I love them, but and everybody's got to do what they got to do. But the
Of
point
course.
is, I had to pivot in a hurry. So
Unexpected period is always, I mean, we all know at the end of the day, everything, you never know what the heck's coming. But when you were like, wait, my house, and I don't know any human being on earth that goes, yay, moving. Nobody.
nobody. I do the joke in my show about the leader of Heaven's Gate. The cult Heaven's Gate.
We just watched that documentary the other day.
Did you really? Okay.
Go ahead, go. Okay.
Yeah, and the leader of Heaven's Gate got 39 guys to castrate themselves. And
Yeah.
I couldn't get one to help me move. I mean, and I've had men say to me after my show, they go, "I would rather cut off my testicles as to help someone move."
Look, fair enough.
And I feel it.
I'm gonna tell you, I look. I worked on a show for years, for a decade, called Clean House, where
Yep.
we went in people's homes, pulled out the clutter, used that money to renovate and redecorate people's houses. And my job title was Yard Sale Diva. So not only did I have to help pull it all out, price it. This was not reality TV like now, where it's like stand on camera, they yell cut, and then you go to your trailer. I really did do the work. We all did.
Right.
did. Niecy Nash and Mark Burnett, all of us, we all did the work. And so I say that to say I moved once a week for a decade. Is how I felt. Right. And other people's stuff. So I was like seeing what was valuable, having to tell somebody they didn't need, 15 cartons of baseball cards, and you didn't need to keep all these Beanie Babies. Like I was having to negotiate with people, honestly.
Yeah.
And then you'd have to put back what they wanted, whether it was clutter or not. You had to put it back in the house. And I'm telling you right now, because of that, and Karen can testify to this, I became a minimalist. I'm a minimalist. Like, I like negative space on the walls. I like very little stuff in my house. But I'm going to tell you, when I moved from Atlanta back to Los Angeles in 2022, here, a little Miss Minimalist I thought I was. Y'all, you don't realize how much stuff creeps up on you. Like, when you even think you're a person that's pared down, it's wild just how much stuff we all accumulate. It's just, honestly, it's wild to me. And did you feel that way, Kay? That's what I was about to ask, because I know you're a minimalist, very much so.
I thought I was. And I still had too much stuff.
What was the thing for you? What was the one, or was there one thing that you went, what in the world? Like, for you, when you go, I think I pare down my clothes often.
I do.
It's embarrassing how many clothes
a lot, and I'm always, I've always cleared out. But, a lot of times, though, there'll be some jeans that I can't let go of.
Preach.
Certainly, because I'm like, they're a little tight now, but they might not be. I better hang on to these because they're not easy to find an ivory jean. So I better keep all these because, and so I go through that. And then, but my real eye-opener, though, is when I start going through things, getting ready to move, and I find something that still has not been touched since I moved it the last time. And if I didn't need it for a year, I do not need it now.
Preach.
So that's like out of here, gone.
Good. See, I'm in the same. For me, it's styles of jeans. I keep, I'm like, oh, okay, skinny jeans are out. But you know what I got? 12 pair of these skinny jeans I look darling in. So I better hold on to them on account of their... what is wrong with me?
Because it'll come back.
Well, that's what we say, but now I'm supposed to sack them around? Get out of here. Come on. We all know we're going to want a different wash or a different... Get out of here.
That's right.
And that's what I've had to... And I thought, oh, okay, I just did this 2 weekends ago. I went through my closet. After you told me, we were talking about it, and you said you're getting stressed with moving, and I thought, you know what, Kay's right. It inspired me to go through my stuff. So I had my best friend Sabrina come over, who's ruthless. You got to have a clutter buddy. I firmly believe that. You have to have somebody talk you out of your crazy, because you'll start going, I love that, which I do. I love everything. That's why I bought it.
Yeah, right.
And so I start going through stuff, and I was like, look how darling. And Karen, you'll co-sign this. There's this shoe store. We've talked about it before. It's in Cleveland, right? Cleveland, Tennessee?
Cleveland's got one, and so does Chattanooga.
Okay, Cleveland and Chattanooga. It used to be called Becky's. It's now called...
Liz and... Marty and Liz.
Marty and Liz.
Yeah.
Okay, it's this discount shoe store that has high-end designer shoes. And anytime I come to visit Lil Kay, or I'm coming through, I carry an extra suitcase because I'm like, I need a Stuart Weitzman heel for $39.99. I sure do. Or I'm going to need me something cute. And it's always something cute. Y'all, I haven't worn a 5-inch heel. And Karen knows I used to love a 5-inch heel.
Mm-hmm, you did.
I did. I loved it. I love it. I love rocking a 5-inch heel, but I have come to my senses on stage, and I wear a compression sock now when I do a show. Come at me later.
Yep. We're there.
I'm there. And Karen and Leanne both used to go, I'm going to drop these off at the Goodwill. They're hateful. These are the worst thing. And I was like, oh, how dare they? I love a gorgeous 6-inch, 5-inch. Well, I started pulling these heels out. I saw the video to prove it. And Sabrina was going, you're never going to wear this red with a Swarovski crystal bow Stuart Weitzman heel that you only wear at Christmas. She goes, girl, you've never worn these. I go, I'm waiting for the occasion. I had 10 pairs of heels that I was waiting for the occasion. Brand new.
And now you're at a point where if the occasion shows up, you don't want to go.
No, I'm too tired. There better be good parking. It better be a sensible hour. I know. I said, I'm going to name my next special a sensible hour because I don't do anything now unless it is a sensible hour.
Sure.
I don't care. I do not care. I don't care what it is. I don't even, just Jason and I were looking at flights to Europe. And as I was looking at them, I go, hey, none of these are at a sensible hour. Like, he goes, you're not wrong. I was backing him into the next day, and he's like, you're right. Like, everything now, I don't care what it is. I don't care if I'm saving $1. I'm not going to do it at some jacked up hour because I'll be a hateful heifer and lose 2 days.
It's the worst. Yeah.
You get it.
I know, and I had one of my younger friends invited me to go hear a new band. I said, sure, I'd love to. And then I found out it didn't start till 10 o'clock, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Did I give you the impression I was on cocaine? Because I am not.
I love you for that. Our oldest baby, my stepkids, y'all, I have 3 step babies, and my oldest one, amazing musician, same thing. He will be like, hey, if y'all aren't going to be in Atlanta, I'm doing this show, and it starts at 10. And I said to Jace, we've got to go back to bed right now if we've got to go see.
You got to get a power nap if you're going to do that. Yeah.
I was like, I need a proper 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. siesta if I have to be up at 10. And now my whole next day in the same time zone, I'm going to treat like I have jet lag because I can't do anything the next day now.
No, it's completely screwed up your biorhythm.
Thank you. I'm like, I have turned into a sunflower. I wake up with the sun. I go to bed. Yeah. I'm power up, power down, power up, power down. Y'all, it
that
is
should be the name of your special, Sunflower.
Sunflower. It's me, Sunflower. It really is. Jay says all the time that I am the Care Bear with the sun on its tummy.
Yeah.
He goes, because you'll be kind of grouchy, and then out of nowhere, you'll shoot sun rays at people, and we're like, dear God, what is going on with her? I'm like, really, I do that? He goes, yeah, you do. I was like, okay, sorry, I don't know. Yeah, Sunflower, I like that, Karen. Look, wait, I got to write it down because guess what? I'm not going to remember it. My girlfriend brought me, if you're watching this on YouTube, you'll see it. Girlfriend of mine bought me a Ted Lasso to-do list.
Oh, how funny.
I know, because she's like, you always remind me of Ted. And I'm like, well, I'm putting into the world that I'm going to be on his next special, which, by the way, he has been spotted running around with his mustache back. Everybody, Jason Sudeikis. And super intel, I'm going to do it on, sources very close to me, a good girlfriend of mine who is a professional violinist, is friends with the orchestral conductor that does all the music for Ted Lasso, and he just got recontracted for 2 years. So I was like, oh,
confirmed.
A girl can dream. A girl can dream. So I feel like this is hardline confirmation, y'all. And I'm still putting it in the universe that some way, somehow, I'm going to end up on one of these seasons of Ted Lasso because I've never cared about being on acting.
Yeah.
Except Ted Lasso. So, oh my God, maybe I could be Rebecca's assistant that translates.
Oh, you'd be great.
Ted to English for her. Where I'm like, girl, don't worry. Where I'm like, yeah, they could make me some fun like divorcee that moved to England to start her new life because usually it's somebody young, but wouldn't it be great if it's some older Southern woman that was like,
that gets him, yeah.
Then I speak Ted, and you're fine. We're doing great. You guys, I'm writing my characters like I used to want to play his sister, Trish Lasso.
Oh, yeah, you're
because remember his dad killed himself. That's the storyline, and I wanted it to be because he had a whole second family that we never know about. And then we find out that Ted has a sister named Trish.
Enter Trish.
Enter Trish. Look, I've had free time over here.
That'd be a good name for your special, too. Enter Trish.
Enter Trish. Look, Karen, let me write that one down, too, y'all. Enter Trish. Okay, Enter Trish. Here we go. Was it Enter Trish or Enter Trish? I don't know. Enter, like enter the room.
Enter the room. Yes.
Okay, got it.
Like in Ted Lasso. Enter Trish.
I love this.
Stage direction. Yeah.
What else?
Well, the one I want to put out into the universe that it hadn't even started yet. I mean, I think it starts in January, but that I would love to get, just to get a guest spot on is Trish Cornwell's.
You were telling me about this show. Scarpetta. Let me put that back down. Karen on Scarpetta.
Yeah.
That was Karen. And
Jamie Lee Curtis is producing it.
So for the folks that don't know, because Karen had to educate me, please explain what Scarpetta
is. She's a medical examiner, and it's never been on screen, not TV, not movies. And she's done. I don't know how many.
Patricia Cornwell.
Patricia Cornwell. And
she,
and they're unbelievable, fantastic books. I mean, if you like CSI or Criminal Minds or any of that stuff, it's just so fantastic.
I love any good medical examiner shenanigans.
And Nicole Kidman playing the medical examiner because she plays everything now, and
she really does.
Yeah. And so anyway, they built a sound stage in Nashville, so Nicole
doesn't have to leave home.
Yeah, that's right. And so it's filmed there, and I'm like,
Okay, let's do it. Let's find out who's casting. Look at me. I'm gonna get on the Google machine and find out who that casting director is. Y'all don't worry, I've got little K.
Which they wrapped already, but it's when this season comes out, I can't imagine it won't be picked up for another season. It'll be so fantastic.
Of course, and Nicole get to work close from home, so it'll be on for as long as she wants to do it.
Yeah. So
Oh, I'm excited.
yeah. And Nicole was the one who asked, "I've got to be Scarpetta," so
This is gonna be good.
so it's going to go for as long as they
See,
want. I'd
we're
say.
we're manifesting, everybody. I'm going to be living in the UK next summer, shooting next season of Ted Lasso in the summer because he only really shoots it in the summer and fall, which I love. It's a perfect time. We don't have to be there for the rainy season. I mean, I'm willing.
You're all in. Yeah.
I'm all in.
Well, that's how it
what a
happens.
time. It is. It is. I mean, we get a lot of excitement going on. We'll roll it out soon, but our dear girlfriend Leanne Morgan's Netflix show series is coming out. Is it July 31st?
I think so. It's the 31st.
Y'all,
Yeah, her
Karen and I,
series.
well, we'll talk about it closer to it, but y'all go ahead when you see it pop up, put it on your watch list. Karen's been to a taping. I have been to a taping. When I tell you how good this show is, and I'm not saying this because we're friends with Leanne, I wouldn't have brought it up. I'd have just been like, we're tickled for her. Yay.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
So good. Like, it's not like, as comics, Karen will tell you this, as comics, we don't really laugh. We'll go, that's funny. We'll say the words,
Right.
that's
We'll
funny.
say the word that fun. Yeah.
I audibly laughed aloud. Like my cheeks hurt at the taping. And that tells you something. That tells you something. I mean to say, I'm so tickled. I can't wait for her. Like I might start crying because that's how good it is. So July 31st, Netflix, Leanne, mark your calendars.
Yes.
There's
Mark
that.
your calendar. There's that.
I'm on such an ADHD kick right now that as I remember things, I have to say it or it just flies off. Other things are exciting. I have been working out. Well, not working out. Let me rephrase this. Rewind. I have been walking the dogs in my weighted vest, and it is a game changer, everybody. I thought it was going to be bullpucky. I was like, okay, fine. But I thought, okay, I'll kind of double dip and see if I feel stronger or whatever. An absolute game changer. I don't know how we hadn't been doing this since PE when we were little. Like we should have all been in weighted vests always. I can't tell you what a difference it makes. Huge.
In what part of your body you feel it? All over?
Yes, this is the best way to explain it because listen, let me also say, I'm a pretty athletic person. I don't like working out. I'm just somebody that does it so that I will be a fun old person. That's really why I've always done it. And Karen will attest, I've never been like, I don't need to beat anybody. I've ran a bunch of half marathons. I don't care. I do it simply because I'd like to be healthy when I'm older. That's all.
Right.
Saying this to say, I love to paddleboard. I love paddleboarding. And when you paddleboard, because that's so fun to me, you don't realize what a full body workout it is. You have to hold your core in to be able to stand on the board without falling off like a dipstick every 3 seconds. And so I don't ever fall in, knock on wood. I mean, even in the ocean, I don't fall because I know how to hold my
strong core, yeah.
And I just casually do it. I'm not trying to compete in the Olympics. I'm just
Right.
enjoying the view, you know? And I say this to say, a weighted vest is the same thing. When you wear it and you have to go shoulders up, back, and down just so you're not like hunched over wearing it, right? And you're walking the dogs. I'm thinking about walking the dogs. I'm on phone calls or listening to a podcast. I take that thing off and I don't realize that I've been doing abs for 40 minutes of this dog walk. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, so the second you take it off, you can feel how much everything had just been working because it simply had to walk. And I'm like, son of a monkey's butt. And let me say, I am Judy's daughter. My mom would rather take a bullet than work out. Okay. So my mom used to wear ankle weights and wrist weights and all those little, 1 pound weights. I would try it too. It ain't the same. It's really different when it is dispersed on your torso, like upper torso and shoulders. And you have to consciously hold yourself up to walk. And I was like, oh, and it's also a testament to what it feels like when you're carrying weight, when you're uncomfortable in your skin. And by the way, y'all, I used to be from the pandemic, just under 20 pounds. I was 18 pounds overweight. And I took off, mine's 12 pounds that I wear my vest, because they say to wear a vest that's 5 to 10% of your body weight. So I went with a 12-pound vest, and I took it off, and I got emotional thinking about I had more weight than this on me from the pandemic, and I was so uncomfortable, and I realized that I did that, I caused that, and I took it off and went, oh my Lord, what a realization it is to just, because for me, again, it's about being strong. I want to be able to get up on my own. I want to be the fun 90-year-old. Everybody's like, did you see that heifer holding a plank at yoga? I want to be that heifer.
Yeah.
Yes, share. I want to be my beautiful mother-in-law who turned 89 yesterday.
Wow.
Sweet Shirley Nail, who looks like she's had 3 facelifts. None. And great spirit, and I always ask her what her secret
have a great spirit.
She loves you.
She's so youthful. Her whole
is.
being is so youthful.
And when I asked her what it is, she said, I never say no. I always say yes. And I make sure my passport's ready to go so I can go and run around with everybody. She goes, I nap when I need to, and I drink a lot of water and use moisturizer. That's it. Those are her tips.
There's some good genes mixed in with that too.
Oh yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong.
Well, Jace looks fantastic too.
And her Jace's oldest sister's about to be 70. Her oldest daughter.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, I
They came
know.
to my show. Nobody looks 70.
I know.
Not even Shirley Nail.
Right? I know. That's what kills you. Her oldest daughter's about to be 70, and her middle. You met both the daughters.
Yeah.
My beautiful sister-in-laws, Robin and Kelly, and Kelly's 66, the brunette.
Wow.
They look amazing.
Oh man.
It's the genes in that family, y'all. I'm telling you.
Good genes. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get snatched back. I'm telling you. I keep saying saving money.
Well, here's what I need to find out. I don't know who to ask because of what I went through with the car accident and my neck, broken neck, how I have so much shoulder pain and all the stuff with my sternum. If I could wear a weighted vest, and what would it need to be? Because Leanne, I was talking to her the other day, and they were walking in weighted vests. Oh, it's all the rage. And she said...
But I have to call Lee. Does she like it? Does she like hers?
Yeah, she did.
Okay,
she liked
good.
It. Yeah. And, but she said, I don't know if you could do it or not. You're going to need to find out if you can do it.
I would ask your doctor, and I would probably say for you...
a child.
I would go... Well, definitely. And Jax co-signs it. Yeah. I would say the lighter, just for you to see if you could do it. And if they have it in kids, juniors.
Yeah. Of course, that goes for a hat or anything else I
Yep.
do. A wig.
Y'all, we don't call
child's,
little
everything.
K for nothing. She's literally the tiny. Like, I'm a pretty small individual. I have small joints. I have a small hat size. And then I give something to Monica Karen's, and she looks like she's wearing my papaw stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
I do. I look like I'm dressed like my little daddy if I put on like khakis or anything like that. Like I work at the filling station.
Bless it. But she's a pretty one that works at the filling station.
How southern is that? The filling station.
But by the way, I know exactly what you mean. And you know what's funnier? I don't know if they still have it. Harrison Ford's son is a chef, and he had a restaurant here called Ford's Filling Station.
Oh, really? How funny.
And it was done, obviously, like an old-timey filling
Yeah.
station. They used to have one of the restaurants in the Delta terminal at LAX, and then they redid the terminal, and they got rid of it. Food was amazing. And I used to go, oh, I love it. It's a darling little filling station. And I can tell you, 2 of my girlfriends were like, why do they call it that? They're from the Midwest. And I go,
That's it.
what? And they
That's a
didn't
Southern
understand.
thing.
They thought, like, fill up on food. And I was like, oh, that's...
Well, I'm sure he had a
That's
double,
what I said.
meaning there, but that's where it came from is the South.
That's
Service
what I
stations,
said.
gas stations.
Yes, gas stations. I was like, I understand what you're trying. Okay. I was like, no, but this is where they came from. And I was like, what? And I thought, oh, I am country and I'm here for it.
Me too. So
Yeah.
country.
If you know a filling station, and by the way, Jason and I still say that, and I said, I'm really sad that Buc-ee's didn't find a way to call it like the filling station, because
kidding.
what an opportunity to fill up your buggy, as your real country, fill up your buggy, fill up your gas, fill
Car
up
and
your
fill
car.
up your stomach. Yeah.
That's
They got
right.
it all. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. There was something else I was about to tell you, and I can't remember what it was. Oh, how was your show? Y'all, Karen, if you got to go, great. I had a lot of people DM me saying they went to your show at Walker Theater in Chattanooga.
Yes, some friends that listen to the podcast. It was so great to see them, and they love you. And we had a nice chat.
Well, we
And
love them.
I know. I wish you had been here with me.
Too.
We did Walker, me, you, and Leanne.
We did.
How long ago was that? 2017, maybe?
No, girl, I think that one was 2019.
19?
Isn't that shocking? 18 or 19. Yeah, it was 18 or 19.
18 or 19. Wow, that was not that long ago.
Yeah, because you know why? I can always tell by my hair. When
okay.
I've cut my hair, and I had cut my hair and I had extensions in it. So I can tell by my bad extensions. It's embarrassing. It's okay.
Well, it was, but it was a great show. Storms came right, and the lights are blinking right before the show started, and we held for 15 minutes, and it passed that quick, and it tore up North Chattanooga. I mean, they didn't have power for a day and a half. Yeah, it was pretty bad. A lot of trees down, but the theater did fine, and it's just literally just a mile away. It was very destructive, but we we held for 15 and. Everybody got in. We had a great show. It was so great to see so many wonderful friends. And
Isn't that the
yeah,
best?
it is the best.
And that's such a beautiful venue. So
It is. It's a great venue.
Thank y'all for going out and supporting Lil K.
Yes,
Yay.
I so appreciate it. I appreciate the support so much. I really do. It's just
Well, your
and I
shows
saw
are so good.
I saw a friend of mine that I hadn't seen in golly, I want to say, I don't know, 35 years maybe, and she is the female version of Freddie Freeman.
Stop it.
Yeah, no, I'm not kidding. I'm
Stop.
really not kidding. See, I played
Freddie
for
Freeman plays for the Atlanta. Used to play for the Atlanta Braves. Now plays for my Dodgers. Love and
the
light.
Dodgers.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, but she played first base. I played shortstop, and I was the $1 million catch in the 10-cent throw. So you couldn't hit anything but past me. I mean, I'd dive, I'd stop anything. And then I'd jump up and who knew where I would throw it. And she could do full-on splits. I'm not kidding. Debbie Clark's her name. She could do full-on splits. She'd keep her toe in the bag. She scooped up. I mean, I beat her to death over there. And she is just, and she could hit a ball. I bet she could still knock it further than anybody in that theater.
That's
She was
amazing.
unbelievable, just unbelievable, and it was so great to see her.
Did you know she was coming, or did she surprise you?
I did find out that she was coming, and her brother Terry lives in Palm Springs. Dave and Terry.
Oh, Dave
Yes,
Clarker.
Dave Clarker,
Listen,
yeah.
our friend of the show.
Yes,
Oh, I didn't realize
yeah.
that. His husband's sister. Is that how that? Did I
That's
do the math
right.
Okay.
That's
great.
right. That's right.
Oh, how
And-
darling.
Yeah. And one time I dove for a ball, got it, jumped up, threw it out of the field and into the swimming pool of the community center. Even Debbie couldn't save me there. So I got my nickname Rag Arm for a good reason.
Rag arm.
Yeah, yeah. But it was so great to
Okay.
see her. It brought back so many memories.
I love that. Can I also talk about that on your new move? I love the new art behind you. If you're watching on YouTube, Karen has this really cool piece of almost like graphic art. It says good vibes.
Good vibrations.
Oh, good vibrations. There it is. So it's very colorful and gorgeous. And I think we need more good vibrations. So
Yes,
I love
we
that.
do. So that's why I put that one up instead of the Chattanooga one. And that was done by J.J. Barrows, who opened for me at the Walker Theater. She
J.J.
is also,
Barrows.
yeah, she's also an artist in addition
Well,
to being a comedian. And
We will tag her on this episode so y'all can go check out her art. She's also, brilliant comedian.
so good and such great energy. She just has such a great spirit about her. So, and you can tell by her art. I mean,
By her
everything
art.
is colorful and bright, and just like she is. She's sunshine like you are, Trish.
Oh, she's our people. She did a really pretty, I think it was Dolly Parton, like a mixed media
Oh my
of
God.
Dolly.
Oh, she loves Dolly.
Somebody had sent it to me
She's your
unknowingly that I didn't know JJ, and I was like, I love her. I love this. Like, I was like, I couldn't have been more excited. I was
yeah.
like, this is the
Obsessed with
perfect
Dolly.
person. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, you better be on
Yeah.
some level.
That's right. That's
You
right.
better be. We were watching, oh my gosh, y'all. Jace Fincher, my husband's toxic trait is he loves every weird documentary about serial killers. And I'm the opposite. Well, I want to watch Joy. I'm like, let's watch Happy. And he's like, let's watch a deep serial killer. I'm like, okay. And so we put one on last night that apparently was on Hulu. I will get the name for you because I forgot the name, but it was a 4-part series. And I'm telling you this because the coroner had a signed, this real gruff man named Jeff Jellison. I'll not forget this because I was like, I love a good, I was raised in the funeral business, y'all. So I love a gruff coroner, and his man's just sweet and salty, but he had a good juju to him. And they pan over to his desk, and he has a signed photo of Dolly Parton in a frame at his, and I was like, Jeff Jellison, I'm going to watch this whole series just because of
Just because of that.
Yeah. And then I get into this show, and y'all, I will put it in the show notes because I'll go find it by the time I post this episode. But it was about this serial killer in Indiana in the 90s who did nothing but kill gay men in Indianapolis, and it never got publicity. And this man was a serial killer on his own property. It's Fox Hollow Farms. I think that's what it is. The murders at Fox Hollow Farms. This story is so unbelievable that he was murdering people and in the 90s, like 93. And by the way, they're showing this footage. I graduated high school in 1993, and they're showing this footage. And I realize this is over 30 years ago, but I was like, were they that behind the times in Indiana? Because this looks like this is from 77. Like, all the footage looked so dated, like real dated.
Was it just his farms, though, or was it everywhere?
Like even the people, like all the news footage, everything looked dated. And I was going, were they using bad B-roll? Like or was just Indianapolis that behind the times in 93? Like, it was.
I can't imagine Indianapolis would. I could see a small town in Indiana maybe.
Well, what they made a great point of saying on here too was Indianapolis in 93 was just a laborhood. People went into work and left. It wasn't the city it is today.
Oh, I see.
And they made a really great point because when the documentary started, I kept going, how is this happening in India? Exactly what you're saying. It's a thriving city. Is this insane? Like, what? And this story is so unbelievable. This man, and that we don't know him like a massive serial killer in the United States. The guy who it was, his name was Herb Baumeister. That none of us know who he is, that I had never heard this story.
How's that
this
possible?
Just happened in the 90s. Wasn't like Ted Bundy. This was, and he, that we know of, confirmed over 25 people. Golly. And it's a fascinating story. And then there's this weird dude that we believe was his accomplice who's still alive and proceeds to be interviewed in this. And it is so chilling. And this guy is unhinged. And just let me say, just Jace Fincher, I didn't get any sleep last night. I was in a ditch. I did Wordle. I did everything to try to get my mind out of the ditch. But I'm going to tell y'all, Fox Hollow Farms, that's what it is. I'll put the link in the show notes so you can find it. It's on Hulu. It was unbelievable. So I think we all need to watch it and circle back together and have a kiki about what we think and what we think about this guy that's still alive, that's an accomplice, maybe is, maybe isn't. Fascinating, Kay.
Oh, well, I love a good serial killer.
You're going to be tickled about this. I think also it's fascinating to me that we don't know it. And the serial killer, the gentleman, I mean, I'm not ruining it. I'm not going to tell you anything. I'm not going to tell you.
And when I say I love a good serial killer, it's
we know
not that, I don't, but the psychology of it all intrigues me and just,
And that's what I think when you watch this is so fascinating is the psychology of this whole thing. And also, I can say it, when you watch how it was handled in this white Republican conservative suburbs of Indiana.
That's why we didn't hear about
it. That's why we didn't hear about it. And it's white privilege and wealthy at its finest. Like the gentleman who did all this, even when they found the original human skull on the property, they didn't even arrest him. He was never even brought in for questioning. They did a 2-week archaeological dig on this property and found over 10,000 human bones.
Oh my God.
And they never even questioned the guy.
Well, they figure that the people he's making disappear are disposable. That's why.
That's exactly what it is. And when you watch this is why you'll fall in love with this coroner.
Yeah.
This coroner was like, all these victims deserve, and their families deserve closure, because they didn't even bother to identify the rest of the 999 bones. Like, they did just enough. I'm telling you.
Where is he now? Is he still alive?
No, he killed himself, but we even think that's suspect. He killed himself in Canada and left like a weird, not real suicide note, and never brings up anything at all.
Like
Oh, you guys are going to be fascinated. You have to watch this, because I will say, I was like, I'm not
faked his
watching
own
this.
death kind of thing.
Something is afoot. All I've got to say is something is afoot. And then when you meet this other person that is, it's fascinating. And then comes in the guy who is like Steve Ainsworth. Listen, that I know all these people's names. Steve Ainsworth, who is like the cold case guy, like he's the Michael Jordan of cold cases. Like, from John Bonet, they've brought him in for everything. Like, if there has to be something that needs a lead, he solves it, or he will get you all the way to the point that, like, here, it's up to you, because he can't act because he's a consultant now. He's not like someone's specific police force. So, anywho, then this guy shows up and goes through all the stuff, and I'm like, so you're in. When I tell y'all, this is one of the best, and normally I will find a reason to like go read something, personal development, and walk away. Nah, your girl stayed all the way up till midnight. Dang it. And it's so good. So Karen,
good. Well, I can't wait. Yeah, you got to put that in the show notes and text
show
me.
notes.
Yeah.
It's in, everybody, between that and JJ's art. Anything else? Is there any beauty tips we need to tell anybody that we're learning? Oh, and I'll put the weighted vest in case y'all want one.
Yeah.
It's on Amazon. They're not even that expensive, to be honest with you. And it's like a neoprene, and it's not like, I just spritz it with alcohol. So, like a spritz of alcohol, just regular rubbing alcohol, so it doesn't hold any smell, and it's antibacterial. That's
Right.
it. But I'm going to tell y'all, game changing. I'm trying to think if there's anything else.
As usual, we started out talking about moving, and we ended up in serial killers, which is why we are off the rails.
Off the rails. What we know so far is we're always off the rails. Let me ask this. Did you learn anything about yourself from this move?
I went to half the space, and I would like to tell you that I don't need that. I had more space than I needed, but I miss having the extra space. I really do.
What do you miss? What do you miss about the space? Because I'm always curious about that, and I'm with you. I understand that, so that's why I'm asking.
I have to breathe. I can't feel like that I mean, it has good light, and that's important to me, and so
Yes.
that's great. That's great. And it's also good to have to condense and have to find ways to organize and just get down to just what you need. So that's a real positive thing about it.
Yes.
But I also don't like to feel closed in. And I'm not really claustrophobic, but I like open. I like outside. I like open. And I miss that had a big wraparound porch, so I miss that. But it's all
yes.
good, it's just it is.
It's a
what
temporary
it is.
trade-off. It's a
Yeah,
temporary trade-off,
it's
because you're going to
fine.
end up building
Right. Gonna end up
exactly what you
building,
want.
Looking for the lot now, and so I plan on being here 1 year. And change is good. It's always good to embrace it and just keep your mind open and see what's next. So I'm not afraid of it at all.
You're so good. Because I understand. Like, moving is just, I don't care. They say the 3 most stressful things you'll ever do in your life is
Moving, and
and moving, and then divorce and taxes. And I'm like, you're not wrong.
Yeah, you're not wrong. That's
Those are all 3 very stressful things. So,
Yes.
and I did them all in 2018.
I was going to
1
say,
year.
and if you do them all in 1 year, you really,
Winner.
yeah. I won the joke.
I want it. I definitely understand that. I am grateful that we're not in a season of moving right now, but I'm sure that will happen sooner than later. I think that's always one of those things that you have to stop and go, oh my gosh. I think it's more about being uprooted for me, not having like a hub because, you know, we travel all the time. So it's not about being on the move. I think there's something really powerful about just having this one space that makes you feel really like to recharge
Grounded.
in.
Yeah.
Grounded and recharge.
That's right.
So I'm excited that you are getting settled in the new place.
Yes.
That's what
And
it's
the
all
dogs
about.
are good, and they have a big yard. And so as long as they're good, I'm good. You know.
I'm the same way, girl. I get it. Right now, I'm researching service dog schools for my dogs, my big dude and Wesley, my lab, and my golden doodle. So, because I want to start flying with them. I really want to start traveling. I told Jace, I was like, they're so good. I already, you know, they're big. I'll buy a seat. I don't care. I would rather sit. And I think Karen and I would both agree. And I'm sure most of the people that listen to this podcast, because y'all are our people, I would rather sit in a seat next to a golden doodle
Any day.
than a human being
That's right.
eating a tuna sandwich,
Yeah. Yeah.
taking the armrest. Give me a golden doodle, a lab, a dachshund. I don't care. If you're buying that seat for that dog, love and light.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Right?
I'm always thrilled if I get on a aisle with a dog.
Oh, the other day I sat with a little one. This woman had one in her, you know, it was a purse dog. It was precious and tiny. I don't even know what it was. I don't even know this breed. It was just yummy looking. And that dog, you could tell probably has more frequent flyer miles than me. I guarantee she was Delta 360, this dog. She popped her head out of that bag and was like, are they bringing me a warm towel? I was like, oh, okay. She has been there before.
Would you hit that button?
Yeah, could you please? Honest to goodness, this water's not filtered. I mean, she was a sight. This little thing was precious. And then across the aisle was a full-size standard poodle in front of his owner's seats. Now, let me be fair and say I was in first class. Yay for my upgrades. And the poodle and this dog didn't so much as they could have given a foot.
And when we were in Canada a few weeks ago, I mean there were so many dogs. I mean I don't know what their airline guidelines are for animals, but they were everywhere. I
love
loved
it.
Yeah,
I love it. See,
loved
bring
it.
more of that. More of that. I've been researching flights to Europe. Not that I couldn't fly in cabin with the dogs, but there's an airline called Bark Air. Do you know about this, Karen?
No, I don't.
Bark Air. Now, it is not cheap. It is a little pricey because they're actually like private jets, kind of. And there's another airline called Retrieve Air. I'm loving this. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
here for it. But they're all dogs. So I'm like, I don't know if I'd rather be on a flight with all dogs because my dogs will be so busy wanting to make friends. That's why.
Yeah.
I have two very social dogs that would want to be making friendship bracelets. So I'm definitely in this season of like, okay, happy dogs, happy life. That's
Yeah,
all.
it would be just like the bus that goes through the neighborhood and collects all the dogs and takes them to daycare or to play yard, whatever. And it'd be a plane like that. So
Could
that'd
you,
be,
right?
yeah.
I mean, to be a human on that flight, I'd be like, okay, I'm changing career paths. I'm a flight attendant for Retrieve Air now. Things you didn't see in your future.
Right.
I'm a flight attendant at Retrieve Air.
Exactly.
Karen, we'd be darling at that. Maybe that's our
Yeah,
next
we would.
calling.
Yeah, we would. We'd love it.
Well, this was such a fun episode, y'all.
It was.
We had so much to catch up on, and we're tickled to catch up on it with you. If you do us a favor and just go rate, subscribe, review, it takes 2 seconds. It does us a lot of good, and it helps us beep, bop, boop into the, world of Apple or wherever. I don't know, all the podcasts, wherever you get your
Yeah,
podcasts.
and where we get recommended to other people, and
Yeah.
that would help us, and
That'd help us a
so
whole lot.
appreciate it.
It makes us so joyful. And we do read all your reviews. I should start reading the 5-star reviews. Kay, have you read them? I've read them. People
No.
are so sweet to us. Thank you. Thank you for not being buttholes. Now, the people on YouTube, no offense, that's the Wild Wild West. Sometimes they leave
is.
stuff that they're like, her Botox is crazy. I'm like, I haven't had it in months, but thank you for reminding me I need to get it done.
Oh, I get such hate.
It's exhausting. There's enough. Look, y'all, life's too short. We're all leaving the same way. Be kind. Be kind.
I know. Somebody jumped on me about my lashes
Stop it right now.
and said that was not my vibe, and I needed to. I didn't need to wear those lashes. And they're. Hang on.
They're lash extensions, but you do you, boo. I wore lash extensions forever. I had to stop. Karen's cussing her dog. I wore lash extensions forever, and I had to take them off because I found out I had a cowlick eyelash that kept turning inward no matter. And so even if she didn't put a lash on it, it'd go up in my eye. And so my ophthalmologist, I can't believe I said that without stuttering. My ophthalmologist said, "You can't wear them." He goes, "You're going to get an infection." And I thought,
Oh, wow.
"What?" And he goes, "You could wear a strip lash, but you're taking your own chances once in a blue moon." And so I had to take them off. I miss having lash extensions. I really
Well,
do.
and the thing is, I don't get them real thick or anything. I just get a
No.
little bit of lash, and here, and I went through chemo. I lost my lashes. I lost all my hair, but losing my lashes bothered me more than losing the hair on my head because in your eyes is where you look sick. So I want to say, lady, if it's okay with you, I'd just like to be able to have a lash. So, but
Tell them, Kay.
mind your own business.
Mind your own damn business. I'll say it, and I threw a damn in there. If it ain't hurting you and somebody feels good, get out of here. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Brown.
Yeah, keep it pushing. Happy Dad 3429. I get a lot of that. I love when people start telling me how to be a better woman and their name is Pat or Kyle. Huh? Okay, have a good day, bro. Yeah. It's just we're all in this together. You got to be sweet and good. Ain't nobody got time.
Yeah.
But we got time for y'all. That's why we're here. We love you. We hope y'all make this week great. And don't let the chickens get you down because they're going to try. But
Yeah,
nah,
that's right.
not from this crowd. We love you too much. We'll see you again soon.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.